EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Arizona Cardinals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On play action, it's Murray. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. Shotgun now for Murray. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Ray. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it here with Edmonds. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. These two teams all tied after one. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. Man open left side. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Edmonds again. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd down, it's Bishop. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones.
And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Bishop. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Jones now from the gun on third down. Touchdown! Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
To throw again on second down. Murray being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cards on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Murray now. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be a 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's McDonald. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53.
The kick by Bass is good.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down.
The pass to Henry is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
They'll run on 1st down. Bishop. This will go for 5 up to the 33. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Jones on 3rd and 2. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Boyle here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Bishop. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 13. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 16.
Murray going to throw.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
To throw again, Jones. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it here.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. McDonald makes the catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To throw is Murray. He's going to look deep for more. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, white 52, white 52.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete into the hands of Myers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it second down. Back to throw again. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and 1, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he's into the clear. The 40. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of ththese wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Bishop. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Bishop. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there for the Patriots. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31, Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this